Welcome back to another Millennial in-depth video. If you are new here, hit that subscription button below, turn on the notification bell so you get that every single time I upload a video. Today we're talking about the top 10 careers that are the most secure right now in an immensely insecure economy. I have mentioned before in previous videos that there is no real thing as job security. No job is 100% secure. However, there are industries and jobs that tend to do a lot better even during an economic downturn. And with all the volatility and layoffs that we have been seeing for the last 2 years, essentially, almost 2 years, we know that if we're pivoting or looking to pivot or looking to leave our jobs, we want to land somewhere that is not only going to pay well, but also be secure, right? Because I can't even stress how insane it would be to leave one job and go into another and be laid off shortly after. Not saying that is one of my experiences, just saying we always want to lean into industries and jobs that are doing a lot better than others right now, right? So what I'm going to be doing is going over the role with you, how much they earn on average, what they typically do, and how much schooling is involved. Some jobs are obviously going to be a lot easier to pivot into depending on what industry and transferable skills you have. And some jobs are going to require a lot more hard skills and are going to be a little bit more difficult to pivot into if you are interested in pursuing that avenue. So let's get right into it and not waste any more of your time or mine. The first role that is essentially pretty secure, again, we're not leaning into that 100% number, but a very secure role where that industry, the role in the industry is growing tremendously, is going to be a nurse practitioner. So a nurse practitioner is a registered nurse that has a bit more education, so they have furthered their education along, so they tend to have a lot more responsibilities as a physician. So the main difference between a nurse practitioner and a physician is going to have more schooling or more experience, so to say, although we know the nurses really be the ones holding it down. But a nurse practitioner can do your physical, can look at a patient's medical history, they can order labs and look at your lab results. Nurse practitioners make a median salary of $121,000, and the top 25% of nurse practitioners are earning about $135,000 annually. There is a high opportunity to move upward in this particular role. This is not a role you could pivot into easily. You are absolutely going to have to go to school for it. And the stress level, work-life balance tends to be, based off what I've researched on the internet, tends to be a little stressful, a little high, right? So not so great work-life balance, but the shmoney is there if that is something you are interested in doing and looking into a more secure role in this economy. Next up on our list, we have statisticians. I am very happy that I have said that correctly with y'all here because I struggle with the word esthetician. Did I say that right too? So I just obviously have like a speech impediment. But statisticians, what they do is they use data to inform decisions. Obviously, if you are interested in being a statistician, you are going to have a love for numbers and math. Typically, you will go into, get a degree in mathematics. And what I love about statisticians is that they can be in pretty much any industry. So it's not just a math only related industry type of job. And this industry is growing. The median salary for a statistician is $98,000, with the top 25% of earners earning closer to $125,000. Statisticians also have a high level of mobility, so you have a ton of room for growth in this particular role, and has a much better work-life balance, far less stress when it comes to working in comparison to our fellow nurse practitioners. Third up on the list might be my favorite, is a veterinary technician. Now, what vet techs do, they handle lab work, radiology, and all of the things that come with veterinary care, so caring for your pets. However, vet techs are different from a traditional veterinarian. My speech impediments are coming through on this video, aren't they? Because they do not diagnose, prescribe, or conduct surgeries on your pet. Job techs do not typically have a high level of stress, so most reports state that they have a really great work-life balance. Vet techs also do not make a tremendous amount of money. The median salary that veterinarian techs make is about $38,000 a year, and the top 25% earn about $46,000 a year. So if you are interested in becoming a vet tech, it is really important to note that it is not going to be a career that's going to typically pay in the six-figure area. But if you're looking for a really low stress and great work-life balance that is offering some sort of security in this economy, vet tech is the way to go. Coming in with a median salary of $112,000 and 52,000 jobs hiring right now currently is going to be information security analysts. An information security analyst basically is our first line of defense against cyber attacks and cyber breaches. So those people, those roles typically tend to make sure that we are safe on the internet. They're responsible for developing security standards. They will build firewalls and all sorts of other programs to keep us safe from those who aim to do us harm on these internet streets. The top 25% of earners make around $141,000, and this is another role where people have reported really great work-life balance and below average stress. So not as low as the vet tech, which is probably doing amazing things when, the puppies aren't sick, but it is not going to be as stressful as a nurse practitioner. So we're just keeping that engaged right now for our top 4 on the list right now. Okay, we ready for 5? Sticking in the tech industry and a median salary of $103,000, we have got data scientists coming in as our 5th role of the most secure roles right now in 2024. Data scientists obviously look at data, quantitative reasoning, and all those other amazing, geeky, but important aspects of data insights in order to give us information, in order to give companies information. We all need a data scientist on our team. The top 25% of data scientists are earning closer to $136,000 annually. Data scientist is still a fairly new role in the tech industry and pretty much in every industry. Like I said, we all need a data scientist on our team. And so it doesn't have the most distinct you have to go to school for data science in order to be a data scientist. So I like that you can pivot into this career. Doesn't mean you could just jump in without any experience. Don't twist my words, but you absolutely can pivot into this industry a lot easier, and it may not require you to go back into heavy schooling. It may require some certifications or a boot camp of some sort. But it is an industry it is a role, I should say, that is pivotable if you are looking and interested in data. Number 6 on the list is going to be a hearing aid specialist with a median salary of $59,000 a year. A hearing aid specialist, which I know it sounds like it's duh, I know what they do, but basically they measure the amount of hearing loss that their clients will have using various tests and exams. Top 25% earners of the role are making closer to $75,000. It is, as per my research, a high stress role because there is a lot of going back and making sure that the hearing aid and the results that you have found are accurate, and that you will have to adjust as people age and things change. So of course it can be a little bit high stress. It also is technically also in the medical, I've said also 7 billion times, is in the medical field. So those roles tend to be a lot more stressful than a job that doesn't require you to kind of be in charge of the day-to-day livelihood of people. And this is going to be a job that you will have upward mobility in, so you do have the opportunity to grow. Number 7 on our list is an actuary, and their median salary is $113,000 a year. I have been seeing and hearing a lot of things about actuaries for the last couple of years. So let me actually explain to you what an actuary does. That was such a terrible dad joke, but we're going to go with it. So an actuary uses math and science. Their field is called actuarial science. Is that today? An actuary can come and correct me. Basically, they use math and statistics to help mitigate or lessen financial risk. You will find a lot of actuaries work in insurance or for insurance companies. If you've ever thought about your car insurance or your homeowner's insurance, where they tell you how much of a risk, right? If you're 19 years old, it's going to cost more to insure you because you're more of a risk. That is because an actuary has used math and statistics and all these other things to tell that insurance company, this person is a danger. Let's charge them a little more in case we do have to pay out for their policy. So that is basically what an actuary is going to do. The top 25% of the earners in this field are making $155,000 a year. And you not only have upward mobility and the opportunity for growth, you will also have a pretty great work-life balance with below average stress for this particular role. Coming in at number 8, we have speech language pathologist with a median salary of $84,000 a year. A speech language pathologist is going to evaluate and diagnose people with speech, language, and swallowing difficulties. You will often find that a speech language pathologist will work in a school or in a hospital with anyone who suffered from a stroke or a seizure in helping them to regain their control over their language. The top 25% of speech language pathologists will earn $104,000 a year. And this job is going to have a more difficult work-life balance with above average stress levels. Coming in with the median salary of $64,000 at number 9, we have occupational therapy assistant. So not an occupational therapist, that's a bit different. Their assistant. Let's go into some details on what they do and how their work-life balance manages out. An occupational therapy assistant obviously is going to assist an occupational therapist in ensuring that people can have live their best lives in managing physical and mental challenges. An occupational therapy assistant will help people essentially learn how to make their own meals, choose a TV show on what to watch, how to volunteer in their community. Like I said, basically living their everyday amazing best lives, but helping them overcome any challenges that they may be facing. The top 25% of earners are making around $76,000 a year, and they have lower than average stress, so you can tend to hope for a better work-life balance and have plenty of room for growth and high mobility in this role. And last but not least, with a median salary of $49,000 and about 29,000 jobs available hiring right now, is going to be a massage therapist. Color me shocked, but let's get into the details. Massage therapists obviously help reduce pain, inflammation, joint ligament issues. Sometimes we just need a great relaxer, and you can find them obviously in a massage spa, but you will also be able to find massage therapists in jobs with physical therapists and things like that. And so obviously it's a really important role. And I know people are like, well, it's just a massage. It's a very important role if you're an athlete or if you have arthritis or things like that. So they are very much needed despite what you may think about the industry or the role. Requirements to becoming a massage therapist will vary state by state. Most will require some sort of certification and training, of course. And the top 25% earners are earning a median salary of $67,000. And we have very great work-life balance with below stress levels on average. And there you have it. You can catch my free remote job board clicking the link below in the description box if you want to learn more about these roles. And you can obviously follow me on the socials, Millennial in Debt on Instagram and TikTok. And I will catch you in the next one as the sun begins to set. Peace. Editing this is going to be interesting. Bye. Look at that. Just look at that blowout.